All right, guys, welcome to the video here today. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. I also sell my personal bets on Pt.1. I'm currently 5-0 my last 5 extra daily bets on that website. Now, if you want to access today's extra daily bet, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. And if you sign up today for that package, you're actually going to get access to that membership every single day all the way through the end of May. And as an added bonus here, guys, you're actually going to receive my daily best play every single day all the way through the end of May as well. And of course, that's going to be absolutely free. It'll be included with your purchase of the extra daily bet. Now, guys, I currently have over 770 members who are signed up and active on that website right now. And if you want to see my current sports betting record, you can actually do that for free right now as well by going to the homepage at brockpage.com. My record's right there on the homepage for all to see. Now, real quick, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total, or most of the games. And what I do on brockpage.com is actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content here today. We're actually going to start off with a handful of games. It's going to be our part 1 video, and then I'll release part 2 in the next couple of hours or so. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the Tigers taking on the Rays. 6:40 p.m. Eastern start time. Tampa Bay's -$2, total 7.5. Corey Kluber for Tampa Bay. Alex Faedo for Detroit. And even though Faedo's got just 10 innings of work under his belt, he's got himself an ERA of 3.60, along with a handful of strikeouts. Now, the Tigers have also done a real nice job cashing in on the run line on the road this year. They're currently 8-6 against the number while traveling. They currently find themselves in the middle of a 3-game winning streak right now. Now, they're taking on a Tampa squad on the other side of things who's actually struggled at the plate in recent head-to-head meetings. Tampa Bay's averaging only 3.9 runs a game in their last 10 against Detroit. Now, the Rays have also been terrible against the run line at the Trop this season. These guys find themselves just 6-13 against the number at home. And that's good for only 31% in that particular category. Now, when it comes to the pitching in this one, they also have a struggling Corey Kluber on the mound here today, who's got a 4.55 ERA right now and a 1.31 whip. So certainly some uncharacteristic numbers out of Kluber right now. When it comes to the total in this one, 6 out of these teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings did fall under the posted number. So if you're into historical trends, you certainly want to think about that one there. Meanwhile, Detroit, on the other side of things, they are 11-3 to the under as the official road team, 25-10 to the under for the entire season at any location. I actually just don't think there's going to be enough runs scored in this one to, lay the 1.5. So I'm going to lean toward Detroit plus 1.5 and the under 7.5 runs. All right, next ball game, it is going to be Nats Fish, 6:40 East. Miami's -185, totals 8 runs. Sandy Alcantara for Miami, Aaron Sanchez for Washington. And even though Sanchez hasn't looked great in a couple of outings, he still has a couple of wins on the season. He's walked only 3 batters, so showing some pretty good control. Now, offensively, on the other side of things, this Nats club does most of their damage away from the Capitol. These guys are actually in the top 3 in the majors right now in road scoring. And they're currently leading the majors in fewest strikeouts at the plate on the road. Josh Bell's hitting .336 with 18 walks and 21 RBI. And speaking of free passes, Juan Soto's been walked 28 times already on the season. And he also has 8 home runs on the year as well. Now, they're taking on a Miami lineup who struggles with strikeouts at the plate themselves, really having a tough time making contact. They're actually amongst the worst in the National League right now in strikeouts per 9 at the dish. The Marlins have also lost 7 out of their last 10. And they've done a pretty lackluster job cashing in on the run line this year at home. These guys are just 7-9 against the number at Lone Depot Park. When it comes to the number in this one, 6 out of these teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings got over the posted total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. The Marlins are also 10-6 at the over in front of their home fans. Meanwhile, Washington has gone 13-3 to the over as the away team this year. I'm going to lean toward Washington plus 1.5, keeping this one close. In the over, 8 runs. Next ball game, it is going to be Yankees taking on the Orioles, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. New York's minus $2 with the total at 8 runs. Luis Severino for New York, Kyle Bradish for Baltimore. And even though Bradish has Bradish has shown some promise, but he did. Bradish 4.24 ERA. Hitting wise, O's are amongst the worst in the majors to do it. They're averaging less than 3.4 runs per contest. They're actually striking out more than most teams in the majors right now as well. Now, unfortunately, they're taking on a Yankee pitching staff who leads the majors in fewest runs allowed per contest. The Bombers are actually giving up just 2.8 runs a game this year. They've got Luis Severino on the bump here today. Luis currently 2-0 in the year with 31 strikeouts in just over 28 innings. When it comes to hitting the baseball, nobody's smashing more home runs per contest right now than the Yankees. Now, total-wise, if you want to see whether I'm pounding the over or the under in this one, this game is being featured as my board member tier package bet on BrockPage.com here today. And just remember, guys, board members get access to every single bet and every single package that I offer on my website every single day, all the way through the end of May. Now, the bad news is it's my most expensive package. It is $49.99. That's $49.99, by the way. But the good news is all the other memberships that I offer, once again, they are included with your purchase absolutely free. So I'll tell you this much. At an average of 5 picks per day, every day, all the way through the end of May, it's roughly going to work out to be just 62 cents a pick for board members who sign up here today. But as far as making a free pick is concerned here with this ball game, I'm going to lean toward the Yankees minus 1.5, getting the job done for some run line cash. And with my next and final matchup for part 1, it is going to be Mariners taking on the Blue Jays, 7:07 Eastern start time. Toronto's minus $1.50, totals 8.5. Yusei Kikuchi for Toronto. Chris Flexen for Seattle. And despite a tough start to the year for Flexy, he's still got 22 strikeouts on the year, and his whip has dropped down to a 1.26. And even if Flexen struggles again, we're still looking at a Seattle team who's done a fairly nice job against the run line on the road this season. They're currently 11-8 against the number while traveling. And they're also in the top 5 in the majors in walks per 9 at the plate. Now they're taking on a struggling Toronto team on the other side of things who lost 6 out of their last 7. And they do a terrible job cashing in on the run line at home. The Jays are just 5-11 against the number in Rogers Center. And they're averaging less than 3.9 runs a game for the entire season offensively. Now, pitching-wise, Yusei Kikuchi's had some issues with control and whip. He's walked 17 batters already, along with a 1.42 whip. And when it comes to allowing earned runs, the Cooch man comes into today's start with an ERA above 4.10. Now, total-wise, Toronto's actually seen plenty of unders in their own building. They're 10-6 to the under in their own stadium this year, and they're also 60% to the under for the entire season at any location. Meanwhile, Seattle, on the other side of things, they are currently 11-8 to the under in their road games. I'm going to go ahead and lean towards Seattle plus 1.5, and the under 8.5 runs. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on BrockPage.com. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at brockpage.com.